good evening. It's cow shit, cow pie. Air Pete. I've called many names. My name is Jeff from the great state of Minnesota. It is a land of 10,000 lakes plus a couple. I'll look up at my cat and dog calendar here in the studio, the AKA the treehouse. I used to call it on Blowtorch. The 10th month, 24th day, the Christmas year. That'd be October 24th, 2025. Your favorite audio addiction, fear-mongering radio. We spread fear and cheer throughout the world. Part of speculation sports. We don't talk fancy football on that show. The gambling problem, the pumpkin bowl. Did a live stream yesterday. Had the time of our lives. Actually worked a full day today. Gotta go to Duluth on Monday. Round trip, 6 hours. I said, that's fine. I'll do it in grand tradition. It's a nice drive up 35W. Just put it at 70 and get in the right lane, put on a good podcast, and kick it old school. It's about an hour show to save a tro. Chinese tonight in the outskirts. Costco. I'll rise at 2 o'clock in the morning and go make some gas. Look out in the backyard. The leaves are beautiful. They're coming down. The snapper mow them down tomorrow. Slapping around. It's a beautiful day to be alive. Why I can speak and I can feel pain. I can talk to you. This freedom I talk about is brought for the military and the armed forces. People always speak only the military when it's convenient for 4th of July or Christmas. 1939, September 1st. Repeat it. The brown shirts, which is on here with BlindViews and all his followers, the white hats. Hitler invaded Poland, kicked off World War II. We had to storm those beaches and snap the necks to crowds because we got dragged by Japan. Unfortunately, out there in Hawaii, they capitulated. I know that the clone doesn't like it, but they did. They capitulated September 2nd, 1945, the end of hostilities of World War II. If they would have just ended it, Hitler, but he claimed it was a Jewish conspiracy that they were losing the war. But Pearl Harbor kicked us off, and like I said, we stormed those beaches, snapped the necks of the crowds, freed the Jews, lost a lot of men, but without them, we're not speaking English today. House to house, grove to grove, what it may be, to get that job done. Until Hitler took Karl to his own life. He had the rat line. Stop burning those Catholic churches to the ground for their behavior, the blue laws. Let's get rid of them. Let's get back to civilization here. Forgotten war, Vietnam, Afghanistan, Desert Storm, many more. When they were called, didn't run off. I don't know what Vietnam was about, and Korea was just whatever, forgotten. 58,000 plus men and women of that armed forces in Vietnam lost. We could have gotten that done in 2 years, but oh no, no idea what they're doing. Who are these Arabian women? Just like the men and women in blue, balls the size of a tree. If you're like a cop, do please, by all means, call a crackhead. I was going down Franklin Avenue today. People walking up begging for money to get away from me and giving you squat. I don't run with poor people. But who are these Arabian who give me the chance to speak on here on Spreaker, and YouTube, and do videos? Our freedom was paid with your blood. We appreciate the Air Force, the Army, and the Marines, and the Navy, and the merchant, National Guard, Coast Guard, you know, everything about this country. Without you, nothing at all. We appreciate it. All you do. Said God bless the working class at work every single day and pump money in the economy. You are your choices in life. They're doing a choice mistake with the gambling problem. Blaming the Jews and Donald J. Trump. No, he's a grown-ass man. Grown! If it surprises you, then you're an idiot. I don't want poor people. I don't. You'll be poor. I run with good people. You live in good places. Would you shower in the shower of Penn State? I would not shower in the shower of Penn State. Keep the kids all out of it. Women, you carry the groceries. When he pumps you full, never take a condom from a woman. You don't know if she's got a little pin in there, and then you're screwed, and you become the father, the child. Remember, sluts are selective. Whores in the backseat of the car, sluts on the couch, and you make love in the bed. AIDS will kill you. Herpes, gonorrhea, needle in the penis. Ouch. Don't use abortion for birth control. To me, I was bareback when I was young. That was their responsibility. I guess I was a selfish little bastard. They have to bareback it, just went at it. I have no children that I know of. I did go to a sperm bank to make some gear. Who knows? Me run around. God bless her soul. Imagine if I had grandchildren. Oh my God. Cried myself to sleep. But it is safe sex. It's an issue. Thrill pill, trench cherry patch. Women require this, a condom. Take it off, slap it over the penis, and you can pump away. Wet, filthy, makeup sex. I talked about BlindViews in his boring last one. But what I heard it all. It's a condom, thank you. Like I said, women, you carry the groceries, you do. He runs off, the father runs off. Could be a Burning Man in the orgy, and all of a sudden pop on a baby, and you have no idea who the father is. Not my fault. Went for num-nums. I'm pregnant. Oh no. My friend worked at Perkins. I think he owns Cal Perkins in Florida. Worked one in Hastings, and he goes, Cowboy. She called me back that one day, and I cried like a little baby. She's pregnant. We talked about num-nums with him. But also remember, don't drink and drive. Call someone, you're going to murder someone. Pick up the phone. Too much to drink. I get it. You want to drink. Just don't drive. You're going to murder someone. And, you can't go to Canada because you're a convicted felon. Oh, Canada. Okay? Just telling you. You got your choices. You choose to drink and drive. Well, the tow truck comes and you're in an orange jumpsuit Monday morning or whatever. And they're like, hey, guess what? How do you plead? Don't say, I made a mistake. Allocate with the word choice. And things will be much, much better. When you say a mistake, you'll never correct your boorish behavior. Okay? That's all we're asking. It's not that tough to simply do as you're told. So, thank you so much for all you do for us. Not drinking and driving. That's all I'm ever asking. See, every morning. I don't know if KC Grits is going to call the show. He's been kind of a coward lately. Has been around. Maybe his girlfriend's got the balls in her purse, and maybe he forgot the phone call and can't call the show. Can't call the show. Still want the new Bear exposure. You talked about me, and you talked about me to call the show. But you can't. Because that's what you'd say over on Blowtorch. Call the show, call the show. Because right down there, you just call the show, coming through this switchboard, and you call the show and unmute. And I used to put people in the green room, and they'd be bitching or something. You guys, I'd put two callers in there. Because you could put them in the green room, you could talk to each other. So I could put, let's say Karl and Mark wanted to talk. I put them in there, they could talk together without hearing them. It was always fun doing that stuff. I used to, when I simulcast over on Talk Show, I'd put people, I could put on hold on mine, but they could, they'd be bitching at me, but I couldn't hear them. It was funny. I miss Talk Shoe. I have them still on, but the Mighty Big Shoe. Let's call it the Porn Network. It's free. My brother called it the Porn. No, it's not the Porn. It's the Porn Network. But, it's just tired, man. I got some recycling I got to take care of, but Monday morning I got to go to Duluth. He couldn't come back and get it, I guess, so he's got some job. I had a red light go out to Stillwater and work my way back to Minneapolis. So I got some stuff I got to take care of, so got that stuff done. So it was still a steady Eddie. I think I made 550 miles, but it was busy, cruising around town. So as long as they get through Halloween, the kids can go out and trick or treating. After that, November, whatever it is, they have a nice day for them to go trick or treating. Wherever people live, and they go out and get their candy, and no one puts anything stupid in there. So that's all I'm asking. I know how it ends on Friday night. That's going to be just hell for children, man. Oh my goodness. But didn't work the other job, which is fine. I didn't see anything on the schedule. There's always something like on a Thursday at 5:10. I'll take it, go in there, make a quick $150 in 4 hours, what the hell. So my friend, his name is, I call him Skittles because he's just wild. Messaged me on Facebook. Been in hospital for 4 days, some heart problem. He's just a fired up individual. He could just, when things would get just crazy at work, he would just sit on the radio, just freak out. I mean, it's like, just Skittles, just calm down, man, calm down. One of the best guitarists I've ever seen. I mean, he is one of the most craziest guitarists you've ever. And the guy can just fly. I mean, he was a great guitarist. He had his own what do you want to call? He was his own business promoting too. So just a great guitarist. Just go to his house all the time. And I videotaped a few for the other channel that I did a long time ago. It was fun to watch him play guitar. He could just fly. So, unknown legend like Jim Schuler from Monkey Beat. I haven't seen much over on Fear-mongering Radio. Let's go look. The Vikings got embarrassed. I got that one right. I knew I would. They just got embarrassed. I mean, they got spanked. The gag roaches. It's a little under about 100 views. I have 455 listenable episodes. 63,051 downloads. I have when they were live stream, I had 589. So Stuart and New York Dan, Karl, way back in October 3rd, that's got 95. So I'm at the top of them all and all my, but pretty good geolocations. United States Kingdom, Australia, Canada, Philippines, France, Israel. Let my people go. Mozambique, really? Singapore, that's hilarious. United Kingdom, England, North Ireland. Oh, really? Wow. London, Hitchinson, South Hale, Poplar, and Morton. Okay. Sources to come in, Safari, Chrome. Spotify pays me. That's why I'm making some good money. They're paying me. Apple Podcasts, getting some legroom over there on all my channels. So for some reason, I appreciate it. Apple, Google, iVox, Firefox, iHeartRadio Network, Generac, UWebView. Okay, it's Spreaker. In the United States, look, Minnesota 3 times, California, Wisconsin, New York, Massachusetts, North Carolina, New Jersey, Florida, Washington, Oklahoma, Michigan. Homestead and Sarasota. Minnesota is Minneapolis 1, 2, 3, and New York is 2, and Washington is Seattle, Seaweed, and California is Piano Park and Elk Grove. Right above Texas, Oklahoma, other one time. Over across the border, Wisconsin, Edgerton, and Old Milwaukee beer. In Michigan is Sterling Heights. Thank you so much. In North Carolina is Apex. Thank you. I appreciate everybody and anybody that comes over to YouTube to this fledgling channel. I can't think it's enough. Because like I've said before, I mean, there is so much you can consume. And I know some people don't like it. That one guy complaining about my sound on my videos. I get it. Sometimes it's just people can't hear it. I get it. but he likes the Cowpote one without the music, and I get it. I want to be unique. That's the way I do my podcast here in Fear Mongering Radio. I do a few in the Cowpote podcast. If I want to talk about something that's kind of fun in the car, the music, it's pretty good. The sound, I love doing the car. It's kind of fun, I mean, the one I did, the one I did with when Beefable Man was bitching about my views and whatever, and whatever. So I think it's up to 100. I think so. Whatever. I mean, I'm an old school audio person. I like audio podcasts. There's a bunch on over there on Spotify. There's a bunch on iHeart. I search around for something that's got people don't take them so seriously. I can't stand people who, I'll be back and I'm gonna pay some bills, and they act like Johnny J. Utah from the Bay Area. Because when I first started podcasting, it was off the cuff. You'd go live. I've never edited a goddamn podcast. I've had to delete one or two because sound was really bad for some reason. That's the way she goes. I've pretty much, here's the podcast. If she comes in and bitches, or I can't get someone on because of a phone problem, that's the way it goes. I go live when I want to go live, and the way you go, blowtorch, you can schedule it. It was fun because people would call in the show back when I first started podcasting 18 years ago. It was fun. It's too bad Sprocker didn't buy it. I would have loved to buy Blowtorch if I had the money. Say, listen, what do you want for it? Pay off your bills, bring some people in, make it like Spreaker, and give Spreaker a run for their money. Because people loved the live versions over there. I'd have different levels of live stuff on there, and people would call the show. I mean, you can call on Talk Show. I put my Talk Show. It's not a big deal. Whatever I get over there, the views. It's the last one you can call into. But the original Talk Show was the best, 724-44444. And you'd call in, and I used to drive around my Cowpote podcast, and people would just come on the show out of the blue and start doing stupid stuff. And one guy would call around while I was live and call places. It was pretty funny. I'd just drive around, so it was kind of fun. I just do a pod. You could call in and be unmuted, and you'd come in. So when you're in your studio, you would have to be muted. So you call in, you could mute people. They would tell you there was no phone number. It's just tell you where you're coming from. But Talk Show was fun. I mean, easy to listen to. I listened to a shitload of shows on there. It was so much fun. They had these Nazi idiots that had these Nazi meetings. They had gang stalking and really weird political people, far left, far right. It was just so good. It was the Nazi guys are great. They'd have like a meeting or something. They'd do roll call. It was so hilarious. I mean, it was just I'd be doing UPS, and it was just really easy. I'd pop up the box, and usually 25-minute podcast. Just this crazy talk they would do made me laugh, and it made me cry. I realized I'm crazy, but I'm not that crazy. It was bizarre. The gang stalking guy was the best. Those were the best. And then also, the one I told before, I've called you before, what the hell? It's a resource economy. I can't remember what it's called. Venus Project. Look her up, Venus Project. So if I'm just working at McDonald's, whatever I'm working at, you just, everything is free. You just work for a living. It's great. Well, I said, you can have a religious place. People come and with families and work and whatever else, but you can come and go as you please. You're not taking advantage of the children or the wives. Whatever you come, we work, we make things, and go to church and we behave ourselves. And I'm the leader of the facility. It's not a cult. You come. There's we read the Bible. We make things, and you come and go as you want. It's like the Jeffrey Epstein Island. Everyone's 21 or older. We have a good time. We maybe have marijuana, but everyone comes. We party like rock stars. There's nobody under the age of 21. I'd love to have an island like that. It'd be cool as hell. Well, have my own bed and breakfast. Make breakfast every morning. At night, you'd have they'd come back for a night. You'd have a little bonfire out front. So, like I said, if I had my way, I'd love to have bed and breakfast. Just a breakfast nook. 5 a.m. to 8 and whatever. She saved $200 on the train trip. We're going out there in March to see the Wussy Wild. So, I'll leave Monday and come back Wednesday. So, looking forward to it. I said, yeah. I said, it's going to be fun on the train for 7 hours. You can crochet, take a nap, go in the upper area, and we're going to stay in Chicago and take an Uber. And I said, I think it's going to be fun. She chopped my head off that last time I asked her. I said, no. You're thinking outside the box. You're living outside the reservation. So I'm looking forward to it. So I was hoping it was a snowstorm. So anyway, so here we are. It's it's the usual behavior. I mean, we have the hunch and his staring stuff down off the White House and the NBA behavior. We talked about it in the live stream, and it's going to get worse here. It's going to start snitching bodies. I think we'll start hitting the floor. and whatever else. And BlindViews, that's the way he hears it, right? Because he can't see, right? He's been on his little vacation down there in Florida, right, and just totally out of his element. And I did eating a double whopper that it's boring. I mean, it's the one he did, talking about tater. I guess was telling Karl he must know where tater is or something. He went out to wherever he went to, and so he's all excited about that, and it's just. He hasn't done anything yet today. It's just a new RV, just a driveway ornament now. Well, I'm not surprised. Liz Amazing just put one up 3 minutes ago. I'm not surprised. That's why you don't buy those big ones, and I'm not buying one of those. I mean, I like the old ones, but Melissa Etheridge, Rise Tour tickets on sale, new music video. I have noticed I just love Melissa Etheridge. I just think she's become to be a spent condom. When she got River Band, my favorite. She was so good when I first discovered her. I really liked her. She's great live. But she went off the rails on being a far lefty and kind of forgot what she was. So anyways, so BlindViews, right? His little vlog I've done. So his vlogs are hilarious because it's kind of like watching me try to make Chinese. Me cooking a Chinese, or me trying to do a baking video or something. I mean, I would love to be. I could be a baker. It just wouldn't. It's not that tough. Again, it's beef lo mein bitching about, I guess, about Karl, that being a lawyer or whatever. It's like, okay, you can be a chef, but it's a little tougher to be a lawyer. Okay, you just don't. Again, I can learn how to be a chef tomorrow. You just go into a place, someone take a wing, and you learn. Okay. It's not that tough, but I'd love to be a baker. It'd be fun, but I don't have the patience, so I don't know. But yeah, he's out of his element. BlindViews. It is what it is, man. What is he doing? What is New York Dan? Let's see what New York Dan is doing. Let's see what he's doing. Monica Best Excursion, Hotel Carnival Cruise, Trolley Train, okay. What's he been doing? Quick breakfast update, Barbados. I like Barbados. I've been there before. I like Barbados. It's a nice island. He's by himself. He's kind of killing his channel. He has 8,000 subs, great, but he's kind of killing it with this behavior. When he gets Sarasota, then he gets 730. But other than that, when it's just the cruise ones, no one really cares. So, I did comment on the casino dispute drama, Midnight Buffet Snack and OAC. Imagine that. So he's been doing these the Buy Me a Coffee. Let's see the Buy Me a Coffee, what it is. Or let me see. Someone becomes a supporter. Recent supporters became a supporter. New York Dan. So the people giving him Squirrel Bait, thanks for keeping and entertaining, keeping real life, be safe out there. Okay, yeah, okay. Have some lunch on me. So Vicky, of course, Vicky's giving money out. That's what she does. She loves to be a do-gooder. MzVicky giving out gay. That's all there is to it. That's what she's doing. I ain't giving him anything. It just blows me away that people give money to people. He only has 9 supporters. That's pretty hilarious. No, it's a scam. I don't need your young ass. You're a scam, so I don't need it. I was hoping it would be my boy, but he's become ballless and refused to come on the show. But BlindViews is kind of hilarious to attempt to him to do his vlogging. It just doesn't work, man. He's just totally out of place. Totally out of place. It's just kind of funny, how all that goes. It's like. when you're not in doing what you're supposed to be doing, and you're supposed to be in your little facility having the time of your life, but you're down there on a fish out of water doing a vlog. Remember, then again, the one I did cooking the burgers, right? Can see cat hair pretty well. Cat hair's not easy to see. He's just out of his realm. I feel sorry for the lovely wife. Hey, honey, can you take me down the beach? I want to walk around. You know, okay, I'll take you down the beach. It's like you're a functional alcoholic. Hey, man, you want to take me to the bar, dude? Man, I want to get drunk. It's like taking someone to church or something, or taking the grocery store. But you can just tell he's not. I don't care what he says about. Like, and again, that's the last state this cowboy's gonna live in is Florida. Sorry. You can try all you want with this cowboy. I ain't doing anything. I'm not doing any of that kind of behavior. I'm not doing it. Not a chance. I mean, it's been down there, a cesspool of a state. No one speaks English. You can't have the time of your life. That's all there is to it. But, it's just kind of funny to watch his vlogs because he's just so out of his realm. He can't do it. He can't. He's just not, something he can be doing. And Mark has been doing some good videos too as well. He was talking about the ranchers, and no one really cares about that. And I get I care, but no one cares. Hunch doesn't care about the ranchers. Doesn't care about anybody. Tearing down parts of the White House. Adding on, I guess, allegedly be private donations. He might donate money to it. Yeah, I doubt it. But that's just the adjudicate rapist convicted felon. Because the Jeffrey Epstein thing has kind of gone away. The book did come out, that one chick, no one's girl. But that's kind of gone away with him tearing down stuff. Every day it's something different with the hunch. But, it's... I still wish that the plagiarizer would have stepped aside and gave it to Fort Ton, to her be the 47th, for at the end. That would have been absolutely, that would have just pissed him off, because everything was all, I just saw somebody the other day with a hat, Trump 2028. I'm like, yeah, okay. And then he did that one video where he was tweeted about the plane flying, defecating on people, and Kenny Loggins in Danger Zone was pissed. It's like, someone can't write their own music. They use somebody else's stuff. So maybe you can write your own music and do an AI music at least. But no. They have to take someone else's stuff. But as people do, they don't care. But the hunch, retweeting that behavior like a king, he loves it. But like I said, New York Dan's on his little ghetto cruise by himself. Again, the same cruise line, and 3 times in a month and a half. I get it, but if it's free, it's because he's gambling all the time. That's what it is, and he's probably in an inside cabin way down below. This cowboy, only way on the inside, it's up in the 7th level and overlooking the promenade. You're overlooking something. I get it. And the promenade's kind of cool. You can look out on something in the deck and have a beer or something. And we moved our cruise out because I'm not going to pay for it. I told us something, we don't need to pay. Was it $1,200, whatever the hell it was per person to go to Puerto Rico? I'm not going to do it. So I moved it out to, I think, 2027 or something like that. I'm like, forget it, I'm not going to do it. I'm just, how much I want to go on a cruise, I'm just not paying that much to get to Puerto Rico. It's a shame, but that's the way it is. But I could go on. If I lived down in like Tennessee or somewhere, close enough to Florida, that was a 6-hour drive. I love Tennessee, but I would drive to a port and park my car. Or if I did live in Florida, I was in Fort Lauderdale, and I swallowed my pride, and I'd live in a condo. Every other weekend I would get to, because I think you go down there in the port, and it's a cruise to nowhere, whatever. You have someone, and you get up, you're by yourself, and you get like an inside cabin, and I get it, like way up or whatever, but you're there to have fun and have the time of your life, whatever. But you can also, let's say you do live in Tennessee, you can drive down there and bundle 3 cruises together, drop your car off and go 3 weeks, and then drive back home for maybe 2 weeks and do it again, because you have the money, you don't really care, you're a single man. I get it. I'm a very social person, but I'm not going on those ghetto cruises. I'm not going on, because he was bitching about air conditioning. I saw the air conditioning again. Imagine that. It's just the Carnival cruise. What you get? I don't go to Carnival. I don't go to Carnival State. I go to state fairs, not county fairs. Sorry, I'm not going on those cruises. It's become ghetto, and they won't play rap music, and people whine about that. And somebody, Royal Caribbean's too bougie. It's just a nicer cruise, and they're not perfect. Don't be wrong, but New York Dan by himself alone. It's the loner cruise. It's another loner cruise for New York Dan, But we hoping that, it's my favorite when the bags. It's like, let them bring the bags down, and they'll be down there on the first floor for you. So the video of the year was Dinger and him when they were in the if me and get together with Santa Claus. Me and him will, I'll do a video. I'll act like I'm scared. Dinger, Dinger looks so scared. He looked ready to start crying. He's ready to start crying. He really did. It was like, oh my God, I'm freaking out. It was pretty funny. I thought it was hilarious. Like, oh no, yep. Let me see something real quick here. Yeah. I got 26 views on the Aaron Himmel one. It's pretty good. I did that on the monetized one. So I tried the NFL show. It only got 8 views. So, and I tried one time to see how they work. I'm not surprised. I won't put that up again. I just want to see how it would work. But let me see here now. All right. Let me see something real quick here. So I'm gonna title my Where'd it go? What the hell? Did I go too far? Let me see here now. What the hell? I think I went too far. But, yeah. And MzVicky, she was bitching about, she wanted to collaborate with the what are their names again? Yankees of the South. It's like, no, they're not going to collaborate with you, because guess what? You don't do anything. You sit in your car, and it's not going to work, sweetheart. Sorry, it's not going to work. They're not going to collaborate with you, and they wouldn't collaborate with me either. And it's just like, it was just kind of funny to hear her complain about that. I'm like, girl, that's the way she goes. So let me see. NBA gambling. But I was pretty gambling. Gambling. Drama. Never enough money. NBA, gambling. Oh, gambling. Here we go. Let's put it over here. NBA, but it was kind of funny how she was thinking that she was gonna be gonna collaborate with them. It's like, they're not gonna collaborate with you, honey. No way. They don't. You don't do anything. They like people like the Adam the Woo. That's who they like. They don't want anything to do with you. That's who, because I understand Will was she was the Dawn was the main girl, and then he kind of stepped in, and then it's kind of become to be she's walking around mumbling. They both, her and Dawn were pretty funny together because she's, but she would never do that because that doesn't work that way with her. She won't do it. She won't do it because she doesn't do anything. They're gonna reach out. They'll say, "Who the hell are you?" They'll look at you, and you're talking makeup, and you're in your car. Sorry, that's just. I hate to put it that way to you, but that's the way she is. I'm sorry, you're thick and rich, and I get it. Just like me and Karl talked about when we were on the show. If you want to do something together, fine. But we're going to take a picture of you, like it or not. You can piss and moan all you want, but that's the way she blows. I thought it went down to like 996, now back up to 1,000 again. It's amazing. All of a sudden, all went up and it goes down. It's like nice green screen. That's pretty hilarious. But that's the way she goes, man. She's not going to. Let me see here now. Manic Fanatic, BlindViews, Hater Vlog. We'll go with that. But there's just no way she's going to do it. There's no effing way that they would collaborate with you. There's no. It's like me wanting to collaborate with Wonder Hussy. She'd be like, "No, I don't know who the hell you are." Boring. Like oatmeal. Like oatmeal. My views. That's the way we hear it, so. I didn't get that one. No, well, I'm just I'm putting some up here real quick. But there's not a chance in hell that they're gonna go and say anything to her and say, "Yeah, well, we'd love to." What is she gonna drive around in their car, in their Jeep, and talk? No, she doesn't get out of her vehicle. She doesn't go anywhere. So I'm sorry, honey, that you think that for some reason you deserve to be collaborated with them. It's not going to happen. Love you, dear. Look at Dinger. He want to do something with you. What you do? No, we're not going to do that. No, we're not going to do that. No, I don't understand why. But, for some reason he couldn't be seen with you. Don't ask me why, but it is what it is, man. But I don't know. I just kind of find it hilarious that she thinks for some reason people want to collaborate with her. And I'm not ripping on the thick and rich. Morning! Even if you want to collaborate with what's her name? Mighty Python, it's not going to happen either. She doesn't do anything else. Sit in her room and piss and moan. There's nothing else she does. Okay? So I took care of both those videos, one for the adventure and one for this channel. So the one I talked about, I'm eating mukbang. Let's go mukbang. I was eating. I was doing it. So did my Burger King Double Whopper Heavy All. Boring like oatmeal. It was very, very boring. Very, very boring. Nothing special. Nothing to write home about. But it's kind of slow. I don't know what's going on in Sarasota, Timmy. Let's call Karl. Let's get it done, Karl. Too bad that KEC Grits wouldn't call the show. Let's call Karl. Hopefully the phone works this time. We'll see. I'll call the show. Karl, call the show. He isn't calling the show.
Hello.
Karl, call the show.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good. How you doing?
I'm well. So we're live on Fear Mongering Radio.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna put my. So what's up?
I was talking about your little sister, about her and wanting to collab with a Yankee in the South.
Yeah.
I mean, if like I said, we're going to Chicago, and I said, be like, if we do get a chance to do a video, it'd be great to sit in a restaurant. I'll be Dinger, and you'll be New York Dan.
You're in the headlights.
We'll do a video in the street or something. I'll just kind of look in the camera, I'll be like this, like looking like and you'll just kind of, look at me, and I'll look in the camera like I'm scared, and I'll go, "Are we live? Are we, Dinger? Hey, my name is Dinger. I know I look like Cowpote, but I'm Dinger." But anyways, so what's going on with Sarasota Tim? I mean, what's the big thing on him? What's going on in the hater community? What's going on in the family?
Well, yesterday he did a video on Medicare and Medicaid.
Okay.
And he had a bunch of misinformation. So
of course,
there are a bunch of people that reported him for misinformation.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and a bunch of videos.
Yeah, because that's the one thing about that. We went to our thing here in Minnetonka, and the guy sat there for an hour and explained it. And he goes, "You got any questions, you can call me." He goes, he kind of laid it out. That's you don't listen to. I don't care who you don't listen to me about retirement. You don't listen to Sarasota Tim about Medicare. There's so many bells, whistles, and how old you are, what state you're in. It's totally. I mean, you can't. If anybody would listen to him about Medicare, you're an idiot. Okay, that's what
There's a lot of variables.
There's so many. The guy went through all this, but some lady he knew lived to be 92 and finally started to take Medicare. She worked. I mean, the guy did a nice job. He explained. I think I talked with on the podcast with Mark about all the different things. It's a bunch of BS. Instead of just sign up for Medicare, here's what you get. You know what I'm saying? All these different BS. It's just I'm not surprised he's doing that. He's trying to do? He's trying to jump on the wagon of Medicare with the hunch. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to get on the well, just like when you had the COVID, people were giving advice. You know what I'm saying about it, and it's like no, and then people would report the video. So
yeah. So I don't know if that does any good to report it.
If they do a mass, and there's ways you got to do it to get to go through. There are ways to get that done, but I've reported one video one time when I had a video of girls dancing in Vegas up on the stage, downtown, and I did the video of it and put it up, and it gives you like a compared video, right? And it was a video of some guy videotaping children on the beach, like under a it got reported, and the video was gone 2 days later. That's the only time I ever reported a video. I was like, what the hell is this? You could tell it was an illegal video. He was like,
Yeah. I don't think he's had a video today.
So
Sarasota Tim.
He's got better things to tell you about. I mean, but if anybody would actually listen to him, you're nuts. That's what a trained professional is for, to talk to somebody about that. I mean, his advice is to do everything on the cheap. Yeah, of course. Well, hey, I can be minimalist too. I mean, like I said, we're not going on our cruise because I'm not paying that much. Sue Ellen just got saved $200 on our. They gave us a $200 kickback on our tickets. Round trip is like $190 or something. I think it is. So we're gonna be in the upper deck. It's like a 7-hour, nice little ride on the train. So. We're gonna stay in a hotel, and we're gonna Uber it, whatever, and we're gonna have a good time. So I'm looking forward to it. It'll be fun to to just sit in there and I don't mind a 7-hour train ride because you can get with a bathroom, you can just look out and watch the world go by. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think it'd be fun. So, I mean, I used to go with my dad when he was a railroad on career day. We'd sit in the caboose, the old days, and we would go to Chicago and back. And it was fun. It was an all-day thing. So that was a lot of fun. So I think we go somewhere close to Chicago. I think it was like we drop and then come back. They'd drop somewhere halfway, and then come back. But it was still fun. It was still fun. My brother he worked for a company. He would go halfway to Chicago, and then let's say it's you would both exchange trailers, and then you would take the other one back to Minneapolis. So you would drop your trailer, and then you would go on with his trailer, and you'd take his trailer back to Minneapolis. So they meet halfway in some place,
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's how sometimes they do that stuff. Going to LA or something, you just keep dropping trailers. So you kind of meets, a trailer will be picked up by different drivers. And a lot of times they throw them on flatbeds from our place all the way out to Washington. They go that line that goes parallel all the way out to Seattle. So, but anyways, yeah, if anybody listens to that moron, they're idiots. But that's just, people come listen to me. That's no better. You know what I'm saying? But so what's what's your thoughts on your big brother BlindViews and his vlogging style? I mean, it's emotional. I mean, he's pointing at cat hair. The alligator one was like oatmeal. To me, it was very boring.
Yeah, I don't know. He's a weird dude. He's wearing bigger shirts, so he's less tattoos.
Yeah. Well, like I said, the prison tattoos. He looks like an ex-con with the the nose ring and the tattoos.
Well, that stuff looks good when it's in the dungeon, but when it's not in the dungeon, it doesn't look good.
Yeah, you walk in the streets like, who's that guy out there, man? Who's that guy out there? Is that Ace Frehley? I thought he was dead. But I don't know. I was just talking about your sister. Why she was bitching about wanting to collab with lovely and talented Yankees in the South.
Well, when we talked earlier, you're like, well, what's she going to collab about? Right. She doesn't really do anything but talk in a car,
right?
Tim and makeup.
I mean, you could collaborate. I could go with you on a little road trip, and let's say I'm out there by myself, and you have a weekend off. And you could take me around Chicago. Well, you went out in the farm field. We could go on a weekend trip together. You know what I'm saying? You could show me around Chicago. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You say, hey, let's go someplace. You know what I'm saying? We could go, like, remember you were in that cornfield? I wanted so bad to show you a cornfield, but I didn't get around to it, because remember you were in that cornfield? I was going to do a cornfield video, because I knew a couple, but I didn't get a chance to go down to a cornfield, walk through it, and say, here you go, Karl, this is how you walk through a cornfield. Because there was one I saw, I wanted so bad to walk, but I'm working, it was like 10 feet high. I so badly wanted to walk through it. I was so bad. I wanted to walk through that cornfield. I mean,
well, it's that time of year when it's still green before it dries out.
Right.
It's really good.
But it was when you did that one, there was some really green ones. It was really cool. They were like 10 feet high. And I did a video a long time ago. I'd say 3 years ago. I walked through the cornfield in a video on my other channel. And it was fun because you're walking through, you're talking, you can hear the stuff going. And so the cornfields are fun to walk through. They're a lot of fun, so. But that's me and you, because we're both goofballs. We can work together on a video. We can screw around. We can walk down railroad tracks. We can pretend we're rail fanning, whatever. If there's an abandoned farm, we can walk around, and whatever, I mean, we can, see stupid stuff. We can go to that. We could go to that. We go to that the cat thing, the museum, whatever. There's things you can do. We're going to have a time of our life. We're not going to be this sitting in our car talking. But I heard that one. I listened to her. She was whining, and I saw one day about makeup. I didn't bother to watch it, but oh, your little sister.
Yeah, I should probably do one where I drive around in a parking lot and go, what are they doing? Why are they talking? So they should go home. I'm trying to get my parking spot.
Yeah, I know. It's When I first saw the first one, what are you doing? Just driving around looking for parking. You know what she reminded me when she did that? God love her. Is at Mystic Lake before they got the parking ramps. You know, this was 20 years ago. There would be people like her would drive around till a spot was open. They would drive around Mystic Lake for wherever tongue it took. The closest they would do. Same thing at Costco. Just park your damn vehicle. You know. Just do it. But
yeah, there was a pizza place in Chicago where there was parking was really hard to get, and so people would jump out of the car and people would stand in empty spots to reserve a spot for the car that was coming in, and they're like, "You're just a person. You can't reserve a spot."
I've seen that before. Oh yeah. I've seen that at Ridgedale or something. Any shopping centers the old days, they had stock. It's like, listen. You park. I'm the kind of person, I don't mind parking far away. I like to walk. Sue Ellen will piss him on and go, I'm driving, you're getting out, let's go. You know, it's not a big deal. You can walk. It's not raining. You're a big girl. Yeah. You can do this. You know, it's not a big deal. She'd get all bitter with me. It's like, oh, just build a bridge and get over it. You know, but...
I like parking in the same spot every time because then I don't have to remember where I parked.
So true. Well, that's just like at the... Mall of America. It can be difficult sometimes if you got it under what floor you're on. You know, we're going to build that place, and so I understand the Mall of America. I know where I'm going whenever I go there. So I always know where to go. I go park here, park there. We go in this door. Easiest. You go and buy Hooters, the fourth floor. It's probably the best spot to go into because you go to the top floor. No one goes up there because everybody wants the first floor. That way you work your way down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So because Hooters is up there, there's the movie theaters up there. They used to have the All American Sports Bar up there. They have a comedy club up there. And then you work your way down to the third floor and you walk around. The mall's fun to walk around for a day. You see all the new stores, especially the holiday season. They have all these new stores. So you see all the new stores. You walk around, and that's free. You know, maybe have dinner or something at Hard Rock or something that's down there in I still call it Camp Snoopy, whatever, but window shopping's free and everything's expensive there. I mean, unless you find something unique, it's like you just look and you enjoy what you're seeing because it's expensive as hell there. Baseball hats are $40 instead of $30. So
yeah, I haven't been there, but my son was on a religious trip and they went there and he bought an alpaca, either an alpaca blanket or an alpaca hat.
Right.
And it was super comfy.
Yeah. Well, I have a Dallas Cowboys hat that I bought a long time ago, and I wear it all the time. And she didn't get one. Maybe she did get a Viking, but it's a Dallas Cowboys hat, and I got gloves with it too as well. But it fits over my head. It's got little things on both sides. It's a cool little hat. I think I've had in videos. It's a fun little hat. I always wear it whenever I go for a walk. If I've done videos, I've wore it before. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause it's kind of a cool little hat, you know. It was one of those pop-up stores. The guy was selling the hats and the gloves, the Dallas Cowboy gloves. So I think we both got one. I think we did. But that's always fun.
Did you have frost this morning?
Yes.
Yeah, we did too.
Yeah, I had to fire up my truck and let it heat up a little bit. I'm not scraping my windows. I have a garage, so whenever I get into work, I let the heat do it for me. I'm not scraping my vehicle. I let the heat do it myself. I make too much money to do that kind of behavior.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not doing that kind of stuff. So I have a scraper, but I'm not doing it. I mean, the snow is one thing, but it's any kind of ice stuff. I just fire the truck up and go in the office and have coffee and wait for the heat to do it for me. Then I jump in, away I go. So, yeah. But well, it's good to see your uncle on the pod. I see your little brother, New York Daniel, is cruising right along with all his butt buddies and having the time of his life.
Yeah, he's doing more videos in Sarasota too.
Yeah, I think he's paying for his. You know, I looked on his channel before I called you. He only has like 9 supporters, so he's not getting any money from anybody.
He clickbaited me.
What did he do?
He had that he was going to show us Epstein's Island. And then I started watching the videos. Like, I'm really going to look for it. I got some binoculars.
Yeah, Well,
and I think I'll be able to see it.
Well, didn't he's on Barbados is a cool island. I love Barbados. It's too bad I would have known he would have gone there. I would have sent him an email and told him where to go, especially St. Martin. Barbados that's a cool island. They have a really nice beach that he could have went to, but he probably wouldn't go anyways, because the beach he would go to, you take a taxi and then you walk back through Barbados. It's a beautiful beach we went to. I can't remember what it's called. I'd have to get it from Sue Ellen, but it's a great. Barbados is I love the island. It's nice. The beaches are gorgeous. Because after the beach, you can walk back to the ship and take your time, walk to the city, and then get like a cigar or something on the way back. And I love Barbados. It's a really cool island. But he wouldn't probably do anything in the first place. But remember he said he was going to put up these videos with his camera? Remember that, the one underwater ones? These cheap cameras, again, if you're going to go underwater, you get yourself a GoPro 10 or a DJI that doesn't move around. So you can do that underwater, enough to worry about. You just put it up. You know what I'm saying? I've done snorkeling on my other channel, on my GoPro 10. It looks just fine. You know what I'm saying? A little dark, but it gives you the idea what you're looking at. You know what I'm saying? It's a fun little snorkeling video in my lake. It's fun to cruise around, look at the weeds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm not going to have a cheap camera from Walmart. I'm sorry. I'm just not going to do it. Those cheap cameras. But that's the way I look at it. I mean, the DJIs are nice. I like my GoPro 10, but DJIs, my DJI 4 is my go-to camera. Me and you talked about the Pocket. We both have the Pocket too. I don't use it. I don't use it very much. It's just that gimbal sucks. Trying to push that gimbal, and it moves around on you all the time.
I liked it because you're supposed to be able to be filming on you, and you can flip it right around and zoom in on stuff. But
right.
It's not as easy as it looks.
Right. Well, the zoom, there's a zoom on the GoPro 10 and also my DJI, but it's hard to get to, and you have to push the screen. The zoom should be on the side, or on the top where you push. You know what I'm saying? The Pocket, my one, I have the flip camera, which I love that thing. It's fun. I don't use it very much, but you can zoom in with that real easy because the zoom is right there in front of you. The zoom should be up on top on the GoPro 10 and the DJI, so I can with my finger. You know what I'm saying? Instead of pushing the screen. Because you can get the zoom on there, but you have to push the screen and then move it. So you're touching the screen. You know what I'm saying? To get at it. And it's just, to me, it should be on top where I go in and out. I don't mind the zoom on that, but it's just trying to keep that thing still. And I would never buy another Pocket again. I know the 3's out, and I know people like Carpetbagger and all these vloggers have it, and I get it, and all that stuff. I get it. But I love my Pocket 4. It does. I mean, my DJI 4 does just fine for me. So. But
yeah, I find myself just using my phone.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, like I said, I use
easier.
No, I totally agree. You use your phone. I use my 4, and I use my 10 once in a while.
Yeah.
I get it. But the Pocket, I mean, I get one thing. I know that Daily Woo's on a second one already because they're not waterproof. Those Pocket ones are not waterproof at all. That gimbal will break on you. You gotta be careful with that gimbal. Be very careful.
Yeah.
You gotta be very careful because I think Carpetbagger got a wave on his one day and it ruined it. Because they're very. I mean, because Daily Woo lives in Florida, so he's always out in the rain, and they're very picky. They need to make those Pockets more waterproof. That you can at least have the water on it. They have to make them more waterproof.
Yeah.
In my mind, so.
Man Adventures Over 50 got a new Social Security number.
Oh, she did.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd want to do that.
I know, but it is what it is. Anyways, Karl, I got to get going.
Got to go eat it?
Yeah.
Eat on the green screen?
We're going to go Chinese tonight.
Oh, okay.
I appreciate you coming on the show.
All right.
I appreciate it.
See you later.
All right, bye. There goes Karl. I appreciate him coming on. It's always nice to have him come on the show. So, I started a little late because I was uploading some videos, but it is what it is. Thank you, Karl, for coming on. Appreciate it. Without you, it's going to have the time of our lives. And we're going to put the stamp tonight. Anyway, remember the military, the armed four other branches, the Air Force, the Army, and the Marines, the Navy, and the Emergency Coast Guard, for this country. Don't drink and drive, and safe sex into throw a pill, trench cherry patch. Don't let a cop call a crackhead. That's all we're asking, okay? Always safe sex. That's all we're asking, okay? All right. Okay, the groceries. Appreciate it very much. Fear Mongering Radio. Ladies and gentlemen, we are